Shelby, how old are you?
48. I just turned 48.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. It was May 18th.
How long have you been lost in Phoenix?
Since my early 30s.
Wow, so it's gonna be 20 years soon?
About that, yeah. I'm born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, but it was funny because even though it was always a statistic, because I had a baby at 13, I refused to be a statistic, not realizing I already was one. And so I went to college and everything and did the family thing. It just wasn't for me. And yeah, so that's what's up.
You had a baby at 13, you got impregnated at 12. Was that a boyfriend?
Yeah. He was 19 at the time. My mom worked like 2 jobs and she was never there, and my dad wasn't in the picture, so I was like looking for daddy in all the wrong places. And yeah, I always hung out with the older crowd, and the first drug I did was acid. And the river bottom, if you're familiar with Arizona or Phoenix for a while, you know the river bottom. I think it's all new housing out there now, probably. I don't know. But yeah.
How old were you when you first tried a substance?
Oh, 10 maybe?
10 years old?
Yeah.
Who's introducing you to substances at such a young age, 10 years old?
Well, I mean, it was probably like younger than that. My brother and I would go around drinking the foam out of my dad's 40 bottles. So, you know, trying to imitate our dad. So, yeah. And then from there, you know, acid was the first drug I did. And then probably, I thought it was coke, but it was actually meth. And then, yeah, I didn't get into opiates until I was married, and I got married in 2000, and I divorced and left him in 2003, and he one day said he was gonna go get pain pills, and I'm like, why, what's wrong? And he's like, nothing, just a party. And I'm like, what? And just that switch of thinking in my head from pain medicine being a pain medicine, which I never took all my pain medicine before if I was prescribed it for a toothache or whatnot. But just him saying it's a party drug, it was on, and that was the only thing I needed to hear, and that switch in my head just made it. I've been addicted to opiates ever since. So.
How many kids do you have?
1 biological, 2 stepchildren. One who died when he was 3 days after he turned 18. He overdosed. Somebody had given him methadone and Xanax, and he was found dead in his room by his father. And yeah, that was hard.
You're walking around, looks like you have issues with your right leg. What happened to your leg?
I have rheumatoid arthritis from lupus. So it just started changing shape out of nowhere. Well, I have a small dog over here. I have a small dog. Yeah, so, and it's just getting worse from babying my ankle. It blew out my knee and my hip, and I didn't realize my posture was messed up as well until one day my ex said, you can't even stand up straight, thinking it was from drugs. And I had a friend take pictures of me from behind, and I cried for like 3 hours because I couldn't believe that's what I looked like.
Rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, just a lot of health issues going on with you?
Yeah.
Does the consuming blues, does that help or hurt your conditions?
I did heroin forever, and I didn't have any health issues, but when the blues replaced the heroin, shortly after that is when the issues with like circulation started in my legs, and that's shortly after that the other issues transpired and came about, and I know it has something to do with the fetty, the powder, the fentanyl, and the blues, or the powder. So many people have leg issues, so many people have swelling and the discoloration from the circulation, and for some reason we refuse to sit down. So that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
walk a lot.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are hurting yourselves, you know, medically,
Absolutely.
physically. It's really unfortunate.
That's what they intended to happen, is for it to kill us. That's why it's here. There's no other reason for it.
Yeah.
So my mom died in 2019, and I had gotten clean because I went to jail. I did a year in county. Unfortunately, that sucked. But I got clean in county, and when I got out, my mom got breast cancer shortly after that. It was just been me and my mom for 40 years. My brother left with my father and my sister when we were young, and so I was just raised by my mom, and she was always gone. That's why I had a baby at 13 and started doing drugs then. But then I stopped the drugs and did what I needed to do. And then when I got older, I'm constantly bored unless I'm getting high, and I don't know why that is. If I'm getting high, I'm not bored, even if I'm not doing a damn thing. But if I'm sober, I'm constantly going out of my mind bored. And it doesn't matter if I'm working or what I'm doing, I'm still bored. And when my mom died, she's the only family I had. My daughter and I don't have a relationship. She's on the same road, unfortunately, and she just had a baby in her 30s, but the same thing, she lost her child. The lady who adopted her actually adopted her son, and the cycle continues. So it sucks because I fought for her for 3 years. Had I known what I know now, then I would never have lost her. But they told me they severed my rights because I couldn't provide stable housing for my daughter, and I had moved into a group home, and I lived there, and I could live there until I was 18. We had our own apartment, and I did everything they asked me to. It wasn't good enough because I couldn't provide stable housing. What 16-year-old can provide stable housing? You can't, you know? And so they said you either give her up for adoption or she's going to end up into foster care until she's 18. And the lady offered to adopt her, who had been her foster mom since she was born, basically. And now she's 3. And I thought that would be better than the foster care system, and I was wrong. So, but it's just me and Drummer, and I've had him since he was 4 weeks old. He was a rescue pup. I haven't always been on the streets. I've usually been able to provide for us and keep a roof over our head, but due to the health issues and losing my phone and relying so much on electronics, I lost the ability to provide for myself, and it sucks because it's not fair to him at all, but I can't be without him because he has separation issues, and I love him, and he's all I have. I know that's selfish.
If somebody wanted to adopt him, would you give him up?
I don't think I could. I mean, I don't think I could because I don't think he would be happy. He's been with me for almost 6 years now, and he has really bad separation anxiety because he was taken from me for 3 months, and when he came back and I got him back, I was crying so hard I couldn't even talk, and he would not leave my side. He would not, and he still won't really leave me at all. Like, he's my dog and I'm his human, you know?
Yeah.
That's my baby.
When I met you, you asked me for water. I gave you that bottle of water, and instead of drinking water for yourself first, you gave it to your dog. You gave water for your dog first. So I can tell right away that you look out for your dog first before you. I saw it right now, right? And that's just how you are, probably, right? You love him, he loves you, and that's where that separation anxiety comes from. So I can attest as to what you're saying. Okay, so I thought that was really cool. You opened it up the bottle and you're thirsty, but you gave water to your dog.
Yeah.
Right?
But he has to come first.
You're gonna make sure he eats before you, right?
Absolutely. We eat together, like, we share, like, and I know that people say it's not good, but there's no way I could eat the same thing every day, in and day out. And I'm very fortunate in this fact that he eats and I eat, and there's people that help us with food, and I'm very grateful to everybody who does look out for people who are struggling and homeless. And we definitely need more good people, because there's a lot of bad people out here on the streets. One day I was back to back. I was assaulted, and like someone who thought was gonna help, they didn't want to help, and the next person that came along almost choked me out. I was like, what the hell? Like, thank God my dog was not hurt, and neither was I. But it's just people are, it's hard out here. It's really hard. I wish they would teach like a free, like, survival, or like self, like, what's it called? You know, when you can protect yourself.
Self-defense?
Self-defense, like at the park, just offer it free to people, or women, or anyone that's on the streets that wants a self-defense class. I wish someone would offer it free. You don't have to give any of your name, or you can just come learn for free. And maybe get like a whistle or something that you can blow if you need help out here. So there's got to be something, because it's just too dangerous out here.
Next time I see you, I'll get you some mace, okay? Next time I see you out here, okay? Mace will help out, keep the knuckleheads away, okay?
Yeah, but I'm too afraid to use it. I don't want to hurt anybody, like, you know. And then it's like, when do I use it and when do I don't? And then I'm always too. I don't think that I'm gonna need it, or what if I hurt them, you know? And so it's like, you know, it's hard. It's hard.
Protect yourself and be safe out here, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a wristband with my has my email on it, okay? So if you ever go to the hospital, just let them know that I'm your emergency contact.
Thank you, because I don't have one. My best friend just died May 3rd. His name was Mitch. He was a great guy. He was killed for $300. Some girl put Fetty in his drink, and he was such a generous person that if she would have just asked, he would have given it to her.
Wow.
And it's sad, because like I have no way to contact his family and let him know. I just found out that that's what happened. And
my condolences, okay, for Mitch passing away, okay? You know what? I don't want you passing away. So next, you let me know if you ever need a ride to treatment, a ride to a shelter. But please, Shelby, it was really nice meeting you. Thanks for sharing your story. A little 15-year-old Shelby is gonna watch this at home right now, lost, confused. Somebody offers her something, she's gonna say, you know what? I don't want to lose everything. I don't want to be in the streets.
I have nothing. I have no substantial relationships in my life. There's not one. If I was to die today, nobody would even know. Like, nobody would care, because I don't have anyone. I have my dog, and you know, that's it. And drugs, but they feel an emptiness in my heart, but they don't, and in my brain, but they don't. I'm so lonely, like, and it's sad, because there's so many people on this planet. You would think that somebody couldn't be alone, but I am completely alone. Besides my dog.
You matter, Shelby, okay? You matter in this world, okay? So that's why you're telling your story. You're telling the world, hey, I exist, I matter, and trying to save lives with your story, okay?
Yeah, so, don't get involved with the drugs.
That's really great advice from somebody that would know, because you've been involved with drugs since you were 10 years old. You're now 48 years old. The majority of your life.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But Shelby, thank you very much. Stay safe. God bless. We'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.